Welcome to Be Your Own Hero. My name is Mark Kageyama and I am a stage 4 cancer patient. A quick update on my health. I'm starting with an acupuncturist tomorrow, Thursday, and then I have my 4th round of chemo on Friday. I'll have an update on all of these next week. Right now, I'd like to give a couple of quick shout outs. First to my wonderful daughter, Tani. Happy birthday this June 23rd. Happy 26th birthday, and I hope you have a great birthday, and I look forward to hearing about it as well. Also, thanks to my neighbor Jasmine across the street for this shirt that says "Fighting Solves Everything." And she got it for my cancer battle, I hope. And I do need to be careful where I wear this so I don't get any crazy 6-year-old who wants to fight me because they beat me up at this point. So we don't want that to happen. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk and discuss about my cancer journey and a possible beginning of that journey. This will be a thumbnail sketch because otherwise the video will be 2 hours long. Hopefully this video will help open your eyes to your world and my world and give you steps you can possibly take to avoid the predicament that I'm in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel to Be Your Own Hero by clicking on the subscribe button on the bottom right, and on the bottom left, the thumbs up button and the share button in the middle. Please stay until the end and watch the video for an update on your moment in time and your chance to participate. Let's get those pictures of your moments in time on in, and I'll go into the details at the end of this video. So, where is all of this cancer coming from? The alarming thing about this is that it is coming from multiple sources, most of which we can't see, touch, or feel. This is so scary. I'm not a doctor, scientist, or researcher, and this information that I will share with you in this video is from my interpretation of what has happened, because nobody else has any other interpretation. When I was very young, around 5 or 6, I used to play at our family nursery in West Los Angeles. Unbeknownst at that time was the long-term effects of chemicals, EMF rays, and pesticides. Back in the 1960s, we didn't have the regulations for pesticides and chemicals that we have today. In fact, at the family nursery, there were workers spraying off in the distance while we played at our favorite dirt pile. Many of these pesticides used back then were so strong and they lingered in the area for years and probably decades. Also at the nursery, there are power lines which can emit EMF rays, electromagnetic fields. We used to play in a dirt pile which had soil used to plant plants to be grown in containers. The dirt pile had a weird chemical odor, particularly after a load was dropped, and there'd be like this steam coming off of it, so who knows what was in it. My personal belief is that the effects of these things were harboring in my body for many years. Unfortunately, we live in a very toxic world. Our air is polluted, our food is contaminated, and our favorite device, our cell phones, can possibly be our biggest hidden enemy. You can Google causes of cancer, but some of the causes can be pesticides, chemicals, radiation, x-rays, chemtrails, cell phone tower emissions, cell phone emissions, cell phone emissions, preservatives, mercury, and the list goes on and on. Experts say that most people who have reached a certain age most likely have cancer in their bodies that's either active or dormant. Therefore, cancer, in my opinion, is somehow triggered by something. Cancer does not care about your age, gender, height, weight, and so forth. Back to my story, about 20 years ago, I ate a tremendous amount of fish. I used to fish a lot, particularly during the summers, and I ate larger predatory fish like tuna and yellowtail. And sadly, many of these beautiful fish contain mercury, which they can get from the air, water, and also from ingesting smaller fish that have mercury in them as well. The mercury comes mainly from unregulated factories and industries throughout the world. If you are a fish eater, I would highly suggest that you get tested by an alternative practitioner for your mercury levels. Remember, mercury is one of the most toxic things that you can have in your body, and the body eliminates it very, very slowly over many years. One can eliminate mercury by chelation, which involves an IV or through good supplements over time. For years, I wore my cell phone on my belt, which I personally believe was a trigger for my cancer. Again, this cannot be proven. This is my perceptive belief as to the cause. Your cell phone is like a mini microwave and emits EMF rays. More and more studies are coming out stating that this is a cause of cancer. Please be careful how you use this device and try not to wear it regularly on your body. Also, please avoid sleeping with your cell phone close to you while on. My original cancer diagnosis was prostate cancer, which came about 11 years ago. Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers in men, with 1 in 8 destined to receive this diagnosis within their lifetime. At that time, I treated it naturally, which was very expensive, and it was actually working. However, I ran out of money after several years, and I tried to treat the cancer with just diet and supplements. For years, I felt good and healthy, but I didn't stay on top of treating the cancer like I should have. When it comes to cancer, there is so much information as well as misinformation. Everyone has a cure, but so many people have cancer, and seemingly the numbers increase by the second. There's no blueprint for what to do once you receive a cancer diagnosis. Everybody's situation is different. Fast forward to last March when the pandemic hit. Prior to March, I had been working out regularly about 4 times a week, and I was in great shape, or so I thought. Last October 2020, my calf started to tighten along with my knee, ankle, and foot. It got so bad that I couldn't walk. Thanks to my wife Beth, who got dragged into this situation and didn't ask for any of this, I saw my alternative practitioner, and he was able to at least get me back on my feet. My original diagnosis was Paget's disease, which is a degenerative bone disease originating in my lower back. With Paget's disease, the new bone grows back weaker and can pinch nerves as the bone grows back, and thus the the nerve from my back radiated down into my legs, thus causing a problem, which I still have. I believe that this is separate from my cancer, but to this day, this is not verified, and that's why I'm going to have attempt to try acupuncture tomorrow. So I will give an update as that goes along. At this point, I decided to get ultra serious about my health, and I did a deep dive into conventional testing. A cancer patient has 3 avenues that they could take. Number 1, conventional, regular medicine, regular doctors. Number 2, alternative, natural practitioners. And number 3, a combination of conventional and alternative. As a stage 4 cancer patient that is terminal, I need help. There's no way around it. As a person who's been self-sufficient all my life, I have to internalize and accept help with my situation. You have to accept who you are today. You have to accept the vulnerabilities that you have never had before. If your path demands that you walk through hell, walk as if you own the place. And that's my mindset. Keep in mind that our medical system does not care about you at all and treats people like mere numbers. As individuals, we need to not only fight our individual problems and diseases, but we need to stand up and fight our medical system in order to get the proper care and attention that we need. I feel so sorry for people who are not tech savvy because our medical system now uses a lot of technology and apps to communicate with patients. When a doctor gives you a cancer diagnosis, what do? You can either follow the instructions that the doctor gives you. You can also not follow the instructions that the doctor gives you. Or you can assess what the doctor gives you and follow what you feel is best for you. The last thing is what to do, what I do. But in addition, I incorporate alternative therapies as well. When people think of conventional cancer treatments, they generally think of chemotherapy and radiation. Honestly, I had no idea what chemotherapy entailed, which is what I'm going through right now. In addition, I am working with nutritionists in a compound laboratory to combat the effects of the chemo. There are many different types of chemo, so if you go down this road, be sure to thoroughly research the type of chemo that is being prescribed for you. Some types of chemo can indeed kill you, and through research you could find this out. So if you are prescribed one of these, talk to your oncologist and ask for another type. My chemo is called Taxotere, which is a milder form. Chemo is generally non-discriminatory, meaning it will go in and kill not only the cancer cells, but good cells as well. The department that I go to for chemo is called Infusion. To me, even that name is off-putting. My chemo treatment involves a series of IVs which last about 2.5 hours. My very first round was extremely difficult. For 4 days, it literally felt like something foreign, alien-like even, was taking over both my mind and my body. It was like being on a miserable high that just wouldn't go away. As bad as the first round was, the last 2 rounds I've come out completely fine. I've had no problems at all. I can completely understand how and why people who go through chemo can develop a negative attitude, because it is a really horrible procedure. I had to mentally fight it with everything I had not to fall into that trap of being negative. In addition to the chemo, I had to have a port installed. Once again, I had no idea what that was. A port is a tube that they surgically install, and they surgically installed it right here. This happens when your veins cannot sustain and uphold due to collapsing when a needle is being administered for your IV for the chemo. I am so thankful for family and friends, particularly my wife Beth, daughters Lisa and Tani, my mother Betty, and my sister Julie, for everything they've done for me. You have to be your own hero, but you also need help to do it as well. I take it one day at a time, and I pray before and during every procedure. So that gives you a little bit of an idea on a thumbnail sketch of what I'm going through, and some of the perception of the people around me as well. Now I'd like to talk about your moment in time. I'd like everyone to submit photos of your moments in time mentioned in the last 2 videos. It could be photos of your family, your kids, a wedding, a sporting event, a picture with a celebrity, a prize catch, a dream home, a trip of a lifetime. It could be anything that you are extremely proud of in your lifetime. You can submit as many photos as you like, but please, a maximum of 2 per subject. Also, with each pic, put your name, what the picture is, the date if it's available, and why this is a moment in time for you. Please look for a future video, probably about a month, for your picture or pictures. Everyone who submits will get at least one, if not all, your pictures in the new upcoming video. Also, if you have a future dream, you could put that in as well. Please send your pictures to beyourownhero@gmail.com, and that's the number 2, the letter B, your, Y-O-U-R, own, O-W-N, hero, H-E-R-O, @gmail.com, and please get them in by the 4th of July. I think this will be a lot of fun, and I really hope that everybody participates. Once again, thank you for supporting my YouTube channel to Be Your Own Hero. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. Till next time, stay safe, be positive, and take advantage of every day, every hour, every minute, and every second of every day. If you think that seconds are not important, you can ask the Los Angeles Clippers, who lost last night to the Phoenix Suns with less than a second left in the game. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.